Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to do another spring inspired look, except this time we're going to amp it up. So with the Natasha Denona palette, the pastel, I think of spring in a very light, sophisticated type of way. You know what I mean? Where this palette reminds me of spring, but more in your face, more fun almost, more color, more pigment. And of course, you're going to get more color and more pigment out of Glamlite. And we're going to use the ice cream palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. I like the cake palette too, but this one's just so full of different colors I like. The pinks, the purples, the oranges, the peaches. The greens and the blue, they're more my alley because of the fact that they're lighter, but I really like to combine this with the cake palette, to be honest. But I stuck to this palette only today. So let's go ahead and get started. The first shade we're going to go into is Mango. And I'll be honest, yellows aren't my favorite. They really aren't. But this yellow I actually like. I mean, it comes out like a sunflower almost. Like it's just so yellow. And it's one of the most prettiest yellows I've seen, to be honest. And like I said, there's a lot of yellows that I just don't like because I feel like with my skin tone it just does something. I can't quite put my finger on it, like what's the difference. But this yellow I actually adore. I like it. It's true to color, and it's just a fun yellow, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it to you on why this yellow is just different, but it is. I would have to, I guess it's the undertone and everything to it. I mean, I don't know. And the fact that it's just yellow, you know? And to me, Glamlite is just, it's, when it comes to colors, they kind of nail them, to be honest. But yeah, I really like this in the cake palette for springtime, to be honest. And with this particular palette, I actually did a look the other day using it. I didn't film it though. But after I did it, we had to go get ice cream. Like, I just had to go get ice cream. And when I think of spring, I think of not necessarily less makeup, but definitely more like pinky, and like for the cheeks and stuff, definitely more, a little more bronzed. Um, a chapstick or a lip gloss, In my head, this is what I'm thinking. All right, so we went into Mango. Now we're going to go into Red Velvet, which is not red at all, but it's, I don't know, it's pink is what it is. But anyway, that's what I think of when I think of spring. I just think of easy pastel colors almost, but colorful. And it doesn't have to be, don't get me wrong, but that's just what I think of. And everybody thinks differently for sure. But I don't know. I just really I love having fun with this palette. Like, I definitely wouldn't pull this palette out to go to work if I worked at like a job. Well, maybe I would actually, now that I'm thinking about it. They probably wouldn't hire me though, especially where I live, because it's not common to see. And I feel like I wish it was, in a sense. Just because I think it's so pretty when people, do their makeup. And I don't mean do their makeup because it makes them look better or anything like that. I mean just the artistic part of it. I like to see people do and come up with. and the color selections they would choose. Like, I'm fascinated because I'm like, I would have never thought of those colors going together, you know? And then I see somebody doing it and I'm like, that is so cool. And like with me, I don't think blues and greens are good on me. So when I see somebody that is wearing it and I think it looks good, I'm amazed by it. I'm like, how did you do that? But again, I think it's skin tone. Like, I just don't think I look good with it, to be honest. Or maybe hair color, I don't know. But then I've seen other, people do it well, so I don't know. I like this color here too. It's definitely a pink. But like, you don't have to worry about these colors. They're not patchy. They blend well into one another. They're Glamlite's formula. They've nailed it, to be honest with you. All right, now we're going to take the color Pumpkin, which you can guess is an orange, and we're going to run it under the lower lash line. And some of these colors you will have to like build up because they are, they're light, I use my soft ochre eye primer. And I probably should have went in with the ABH, to be honest. But that way the colors would pop more. But at the same time, it turned out pretty good. It turned out the way I expected it to, let me say that much. Because I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just someone sitting in my room playing with makeup. Like a kid. But it is fun. And I know that I'm lucky that I can do this. Because I do think sometimes that, like, we're going to go into Black Cherry now. Because, like, I do think, like, doing my makeup, it does, it would keep anybody out of trouble. Not that I'm getting into trouble, mind you, but just saying. Like, if you were doing something you shouldn't be doing, and you did your makeup instead, like, that's keeping you out of trouble. But at the same time, I know some people don't have the luxury of doing that. They have to go out into the world and work and stuff. And I get that. And I get how blessed I am. I do. But I can't wait to get back out and work, though, on one hand. But on the other hand, I do like doing this, too. I would still do this. Because it's therapy almost for me. I'm trying to go very light with this color because A, it is really, really dark. And B, I don't want fallout at all. I'm just trying to build that color up. And this is a really pretty, I would say Black Cherry is a good name for this color too, to be honest. I really do like all the names of the colors. They do nail their theming. Just as much as they nail their colors. Okay. Let's go back into the previous shades. Let's go into Red Velvet again. I think I took it over a little bit too much on this side. Doesn't surprise me none. Because I don't think I came over. I didn't. Okay. Anyway, it's going to be a little bit off. Maybe we can fix it though in the end. My eyes are so uneven, it's hard to tell. Okay. Yeah. Then we're going to take that black cherry shade and we're going to run it along the lower lash line. Right up on it. And then I put a silver in my waterline. I think white would have looked okay too, but just to mix it up a little bit, you know. And I think the silver actually did do a little bit of something. Okay, now we're going to go back into pumpkin and run that along the lower lash line again. Okay. So far, so good. Now we're going to go into this color, Gelato. I really like this color. It's pretty. And we're going to tap it on the lid. I didn't spray it or lay anything down, but I went easy enough to where I wouldn't get fallout, I think. Oh, well, I didn't on the other eye anyway. Now this eye's another story, sure, but hopefully I don't get fallout. But can you see that shine? Like, it is so pretty. And if you sprayed it or used your finger, it would be even more metallic. They're metallic shades. I mean, there's just nothing better. There really isn't. Okay, now we're going to go into black cherry again. And then we're going to take the shade French Vanilla and put it in the inner corner. Oh, shoot, I got too much. I'm going to have fallout. Oh, I got it. We're good. This color is pretty. I'm going to take it up just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go back into Gelato. Yeah. The other eye still looks better, but hey, I tried to get them both the same, but I do think the other eye looks a little bit better than this side, but overall, it's alright. We can live with it. There. I'll take that up a little bit too to make them even. But that just, to me, just looks so pretty. Then I was fascinated with this gold shade in the palette. It's called Lemon. And I mean, it looks like liquid gold when you place it. So I really didn't have anywhere to place it, to be honest. So I just kind of picked it up and then lined my lower lash line and top lash line with it. Just sort of like stamping motions with it. Because I didn't want fallout either. But I kind of wanted like a gold line. And I know if I would have sprayed it, it would have been so much better, but I didn't think. To be honest and fair, I just did not even think about what to do. I just wanted to do it, you know? So I'm just going to tap it along the lash line. Almost just pushing it in, really. And it was kind of time consuming, building it up and stuff. And I really don't know, like, what it did for the look. Like, in person, it looks cool. On camera, I don't know if it's really going to pick it up, to be honest. I hope. And I had to be careful because, like I said, I did not want that fallout. But I don't know if you can see the gold or not in it. In person, like I said, you can, but it's a little different on camera. But, I mean, if you put that on your lid, I did it the other day, it looked like liquid gold, for real. Like, it was so yellow, so yellow. Okay, and then for mascara, we're just going to pop on the Rare Beauty mascara for top lashes. And of course, if you can do falsies, it would probably make this look even better. I cannot, however, do false lashes. So that took me out real quick, you know. But I do think the mascara does pretty good with the look too. I really don't want to mess up at the end. And we all know me and mascara just don't get along. So what I'm going to do is stop here before there is a mess. And just hope that that's good enough for lashes. And then for the bottom lashes, the Lancome. And I will say this has got a very nice mirror to it too. I mean, it's the size of the palette pretty much. So it's pretty big. Which is nice. Okay. Oops, I'm knocking stuff over. Alright, and then for the eyeliner, what was this color? Kicker? I think it's Kicker by ColourPop, to be honest, but I can't really read it. But this is the final look. And again, this is what, I mean, it's not exactly what I think of with spring, but it definitely reminds me of spring. Looking at it, it's making me want it. It's making me want spring really bad. And if you're looking for the brighter colors, the more pigmented, that's going to be the, you know, in your face type of look, this is the palette you want. Or the cake palette, but I still would think this one, to be honest, more than the cake. And then if you're looking for something like low key, not to say you can't make this one low key and sophisticated, because I do think you could. But if you're just wanting, you know, like I said, not something very nice, but yet not like this, bold in your face, I like the Natasha Denona. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it inspired you to maybe do a spring look. What colors remind you of spring? What's your favorite spring palette? Let me know. And if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.